to speak to you. And many people have done. So he has also used he has given other friends' numbers also for recharging, okay, for them to recharge their mobile. And everybody knows okay, they were trying to recharge. And he said it was a fun. I could recharge my mobile. And that's why I'm continuing this chat as such, like creating a fake account. And then I was just trying to advise him not to do that. And then only he asked, who are you? And then I said, I'm not interested in revealing me because he has spoken a lot of things about me, okay, like a lot of bad words. And by the time I think he went into my profile and found out that I'm a priest and then came back, Father, I really beg forgiveness from you because I have done a great mistake. I have sinned against God. And he was going on saying, I said, don't worry, but you just change your ways. And then I said, you have to, no, don't play with like creating a fake account. And then I asked him he was a youngster, a college student. He was doing BCom CA in St. Joseph College, Trichy. And then he said, Father, I like to remove you, block you from this account. I said, why you want to block? You just leave it. And then he said, no. He said one word. In the Naikal list, okay, the list of dogs, that is, you are considering all the fake friends as dogs. In the list of dogs, I don't want you to be in the list of dogs. So I want to remove you. Okay, that's what my intention is. And then he said, then afterwards, I was trying to search for his account, but I couldn't find. I'm sure that you would have changed. Today, social media is becoming a challenging one, and especially for psychologists to understand people, especially understand the younger generation, the generation, Gen Z generation, Gen Alpha, and now the latest generation. And everywhere it is becoming very, very difficult. And in order to understand them, in order to understand them and to talk with them, we also need to make ourselves competent. How to make us ourselves, to get more knowledge, how to become competent in the field that we are already working with, especially with regard to the psychology. I think that's where AI also helps you to prepare, helps you to empower yourself, helps you to get to know a lot of things, helps yourself to get prepared. I think in that way, okay, this 1 week you are getting a lot of knowledge on AI. And today I'm not going to take a theoretical thing as such, but I want to start with the ChatGPT, which we may all know, okay, and how to use it. Not that how to use it means that you don't know how to use it, but the basic things that you have to know before using a ChatGPT as such. So with this in mind, we'll start with my presentation. Not able to take this. Oh, we are able to see my presentation. Can you see the presentation? So I have put AI augmented psychology, okay, tools, possibilities, and practices. It's not that AI is going to replace. AI is going to enhance our thinking, enhance our teaching, enhance our understanding of different things, different viewpoints, and all these things. So that's why I put AI augmented. Augmented is just to strengthen, to enhance, to improve the psychology as such. That is to understand everything. Okay, that's why and we are here. I'm not going to say that AI is going to replace the human person as such. That's why I put human first, AI assist, and then human decides. It's only with the assistance of AI. How are you going to decide, make a decision? Here, we also need to understand that it's not just about prompting. We need to go beyond prompting. We have to start with configure, then think, teach, research, accompany, question, and protect. I think this is a journey that we need to take. Don't use AI only to confirm your thinking. Use AI to challenge your thinking. Sometimes, no, we always use AI to confirm your thinking. We know something and we try to confirm something. But always, we also should use AI to challenge your thinking. When you have some idea, you ask AI to challenge it. And we already know that AI has already entered our classrooms and our personal lives. Just we ask you a question. If a student is emotionally disturbed at 2 a.m., today you know that youngsters are almost awake all through the night. And whom will they speak to first? At 2 a.m., suddenly they feel they are emotionally disturbed. Whom will they speak to first? Is it to their friends, or to the parent, or to a counselor, or to Google, or to ChatGPT? I'm sure today most of them will start talking to a AI, either ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever the AI tool, Perplexity. There are so many things that are there. Today, AI is becoming a space where young people think aloud. It is whatever first question they ask is AI. Only then they come to a counselor or a friend or other people as such. That is the situation that we are in. In this, how deeply are we using AI? Today, I'm not going to say how to ask AI, but from asking AI to working with AI intelligently. Okay, that's what I'm going to just give you the practical of how to use the ChatGPT as such and the other AI tools as such. First, ask AI. There is question. Prompt AI. There is better prompt. Then configure AI. Settings and context. Workflow. How to use it in projects and sources. And question AI. The critical use of AI. I think that is a flow that we'll be taking today. So before prompting ChatGPT, configure ChatGPT. How to configure ChatGPT? Okay, most people know write prompts. Few people configure the AI that answers them. But for me, the first thing that we have to use to set is the settings that is there in ChatGPT. Today also, many people ask me whenever I create a lot of videos or images, many people are asking me, how do you prompt? How is that you are able to get, but we are not able to get what you are getting? It is only that many people are prompting. Okay, now not prompting is it's important, but more than that, we have to configure ChatGPT. What is this configuring ChatGPT? We'll just go into our practical sessions. Before that, we need to understand that there is a section called personalization. Personalization in ChatGPT. I don't know how many of you have gone through it. Okay, there are custom instructions. Tell AI who you are, how to respond, memory, what AI remembers about your context, then personality, the style and tone of responses, then data controls, what is used and what is not, then security, protect accounts and conversations. If you just configure once, it is always benefits every time. That's why we need to personalize the ChatGPT, and also we have to see the memory also. What do you remember about me? You just ask ChatGPT what do you remember about me. It'll give you a lot of things. But you need to be very, very careful about what is the memory that the ChatGPT has about you. What you keep is what improves your work. Edit or clear what should not stay. Use temporary or fresh chat when context should not flow. But how to do it? We just go into the practical aspect of it. Can you just take the ChatGPT as such? Go to settings. In settings, you find personalization. So this is the basic way to start ChatGPT. When you set all this, then you'll find you are getting better answers and that you are able to do well with the ChatGPT as such. Hope you have taken. Do you know where you are able to get the settings? You can just click on your mobile, take ChatGPT, click on the 2 lines and then click on your name down. You'll get personalization. Have you got it? Can you just say yes or no so that I can guide you? Yeah. Now, how ChatGPT answers you? That itself can be really configured. Sometimes no, we always just straight away go to ChatGPT and ask questions. And many people also, I found many people saying, what it is not really answering exactly what I asked. It is just, for that, we need to choose the base, style, and tone. I don't know whether just 2 years ago, you have heard of that ChatGPT helped someone to commit suicide, helped someone to kill a person. There was a lot of news about it. Actually, that was true. That was true because earlier, when they developed ChatGPT, they put accommodate, and then encouraging. Adaptive and encouraging. That's what they have put. No, okay, they developed the tool as such, adaptive and encouraging. That means it adapts to your style and tone. And when you have got a negative thinking, then it adapts to your negative thinking. That's why, the ChatGPT also, when people have got hallucination, when people have got suicidal tendencies, then ChatGPT also adapts to their thinking level, adapts to them, and then starts changing. That's why, many people also committed suicide. And when a lot of these news came, then ChatGPT started revamping the entire section of how ChatGPT answers your question. And now they come to this personalization, how you can choose your personal style, how ChatGPT has to answer. When you click on base, style, and tone, you'll find a lot of these things. There are preset style and tone, which has been set by the OpenAI, the company which is just developed AI. But you can also find there are other styles and tone. You can see there are professional, that is polished and precise. There is a friendly one, which is warm and chatty. You want ChatGPT to be warm and chatty, then you can use friendly. There is also candid, direct and encouraging. Then there's a quickie. You want a playful AI and imaginative AI, then you can use quickie. Then there is also efficient AI, which is very concise and plain. And there is also cynical. You want a very, very critical claim of what you are asking, or sarcastic remarks about what you're asking or whatever you want to share. And there is also cynical. So we have to set the style. It is always, we can also change the style according, whenever you are using ChatGPT, maybe according to the question that you're asking, maybe according to the whatever the thing that you are in need of from ChatGPT, you can actually set accordingly. Maybe if you are a professional, you can put professional. So automatically the things will change. Everything will come as a very polished and precise. Or some people want a very, very quick, playful, or maybe warm and chatty, a friendly one. They can always use this tone. So but first, before asking this question, you also choose which type of answer you want to get. You want a professional answer, or you want a cynical, like maybe a critical answer, or you want a friendly answer. You can choose the base, style, and tone. This is very, very important because that's how the ChatGPT also answers your question. Then coming to characteristics, you can see 4 type of characteristics. Choose additional customization on top of your base, style, and tone. You can use warm. Either it should be more warm or less. I chosen less. Or you can put default also. For more warm is more friendlier or more personable. So it'll become, your ChatGPT will become more personable. If you put less, it becomes more professional and factual. So you can also choose whatever you want. Then with regard to enthusiastic, characteristic of enthusiasm, you want a more energy and excitement, then you can put more. Or you want to be very calm, ChatGPT to be very calm and more neutral, then you have to choose less. Then there is also header and list. Some people know they like very clear formatting, like heading 1, heading 2, subheading with the bulleted points. Then you have to put more. So use clear formatting and list. So for research and also if you are doing researching, then you have to put more. So the clear formatting and list will come. Or you can put also less. You want more paragraph instead of list, then you can put less. Okay, then you can choose according to your taste and how do you want. Then there's also emoji. Okay, today emoji also has become very common and a lot of young people love emoji. We can also choose whether you want more emojis or less emojis. So these are the characteristics, okay, that are being there. And there is also custom instruction where you can really feed how the ChatGPT has to answer you. I think that's where you can give a very good, clear instruction. I have just given a very, very simple instruction. Take a forward-thinking view, use an encouraging tone. Okay, I want the ChatGPT to be very forward thinking. I think here you can always give your input, how you want the ChatGPT to answer you in a very professional way, and you have to introduce yourself about you, who you are, or maybe you can also say I'm a professor. So accordingly you answer, hey, I'm teaching psychology in a college, whatever college you are, and you can say accordingly you can answer that. So you can really give a custom instruction also how a ChatGPT has to answer you. You always say be very concise, very precise, or whatever things that you want. You can always use this custom instruction. There is also memory. I don't know whether you find the same page, or you can also go back to the main settings. Before that, you have to click that tick button after you have set. Kindly type in the custom instruction of how you want the ChatGPT to answer your questions. Whenever you're asking something, how do you want ChatGPT to respond to you? You just give a custom instruction. Type, and then there is a tick button on top. Click that. You can also come to memory. Memory section is very important, because when ChatGPT is answering, as you are learning ChatGPT, you should always understand that AI is also learning a lot about you. It also has in memory a lot of things about you. So it has to understand what is your occupation or more about you. Here you can give a very clear, maybe a nickname. What is your nickname? How you want to be called by AI? Then your occupation, I have put Salesian Catholic priest, so it knows that I'm a Salesian, I'm a Catholic priest. So whenever it gives you a very Catholic viewpoint. It'll give you a Salesian identity, since it'll quote for a lot from Don Bosco and other things. Since I'm also a priest, so it also a lot of things will be answering in that way. So whatever the occupation you're doing, you can say you're a professor, or whatever things that you are feel there, you can give an occupation. And then more about you. I have given AI optimist and enthusiast, because I'm very optimistic about and enthusiastic about AI. But you can also give a very good paragraph about you. You can just explain who you are, what are your interests, and how you are using AI for your whatever things that you are using AI. Here you can always give a very clear about the basic information about you. And if you go and see in the managed memory, you can already see how ChatGPT has understood you. We just read through it. If you have got already signed up, and then you'll already see that the AI has understood a lot about you. Maybe about your roles, maybe your responsibilities, about what all different things that you are already doing. Because this is very important, very important, because a lot of things that ChatGPT answers you is based on the memory that it has got about you. You can already just go through it. You'll just understand that a lot of things that ChatGPT is trying to understand and list out how it has understood you. Like for me, you can already see I am Veronica Salukmas to be Salesian priest, Rector Don Bosco Namakkal. Okay, all these my portfolios and whatever things that are there. It already has got my ministry and leadership, my education, digital ministry, school and community projects. What are the projects that I'm doing? Creative and presentation style. How I always ask the ChatGPT. Ongoing initiative that I have. Here also you can ask a lot of things, or you can also update about you. In case if you find something that it has not really understood properly about you, you can also just tell. You can also update about yourself to ChatGPT, so that it has got a better memory of you. Because this is very important. A lot of people miss on this. Every now and then you have to go and get how it has, the ChatGPT has got a memory about you. Hope you are getting this. It's all very practical thing that you have to set. You can enable memory, you can reference record history. When I enable memory, automatically ChatGPT also personalize your experience, whatever thing that you have, it is able to give you a very. That's when if ChatGPT has understood you, you need not actually use a lot of prompt. For me, no, I don't use much of the prompt. When I just say a few things, I can just enough that I say a few things. ChatGPT is able to understand my style, my thinking, what I'm expecting, everything it already knows because it has got in memory how I always expect. I always, use a lot of things. I used to go on giving, lot of inputs. So it does already know how much, I want to get a lot of things from ChatGPT, how ChatGPT has to answer. Everything it also has got its own memory. So accordingly, it will also give me the same. I need not use much of the prompt. If you have said these things properly, then you need not worry much about prompting as such. Hope you got it. You can set all these things accordingly. Since I got a paid version, you can see I have different things as here. I got a lot of things which I have connected. I got a paid version. I'm paying every month 2,000 rupees. So that's why you find a lot of things for me, extra things that are there. Even with regard to voice, you can also choose whatever voice you want.
Hi there. I just want to share how.
Hey,
how's it going?
Common, affirming,
hey, what's up?
savvy and relaxed.
Hello.
Bright and
It's
inquisitive.
lovely
All
to
these
meet
things you
you.
can always choose. You can also see the usage limit, or whether you are getting all these things. But you can come to data control. It is where you have to also know you can have a control of the data that you are sharing with the ChatGPT. I have put everything on, but for you, you can always choose whether you want to improve the model for everyone. I would advise you not to put on, but it's better to put off. But I have put, since I am using AI much, I also want the open AI team to understand in developing the model. So that's why I put it on. Location also, if you want to put it on or off, that is your choice. You can see all these things, everything is there. ChatGPT works, shared links, whatever the shared link that you have shared, you can already see. If you have shared as a link, you'll find all the links here. So you already know what all things that has been being shared. Then also, if you want to delete all chat, you can say archive. You want to archive all chat, you can also archive. You find all these things. Whatever archive, you can also get this archive all chat, you can set. Or you want to export your data, everything is all possible here. This is also very, very important. Then coming to security and login. Always have a multi-factor authentication that is called MFA. Either you can put text messages. I have added a Google Authenticator app. There are a lot of Authenticator apps there. Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. There are so many things which you have to add, and then you have to add ChatGPT to them. Or better, you can put text messages. Get 6-digit verification code by SMS, because you always understand whatever that you are sharing, it is there in your account. And if your account is hacked, all your information will be out. As of now, all your information will be out. And you can also see the active sessions, in how many sessions your ChatGPT is active. All the other things are there. So these are basic things people have to set. You can also add security key or passkey. Passkey is your fingerprint or your whatever thing that you have in your mobile, like a pattern or pin or whatever things that is there. You can also add a passkey so that nobody will be able to have an access to your ChatGPT. Always remember, there are a lot of things that are stored in your own information are being stored in ChatGPT. So you have to be very, very careful with this. So these are a few things. And always you can also go through other settings whenever you have time. You just go through these settings, because this is very, very important. If you don't know the settings, then you're not really know how to use ChatGPT, because the basic things has to be said. Only then you can really use ChatGPT to a maximum level. Then only, because if you're able to configure ChatGPT, then It understands the context that you are in. The main that we have to give to ChatGPT is it has to understand our context. In which context are we asking a lot of questions? If it understands the context, then accordingly it will also answer all your questions. Otherwise, if it doesn't understand the context, then it will give its own answers, which may not be really right for you. So that's why many people also find. After setting this, you'll find that whenever you're asking something, you're able to get better answers, and it is also able to generate whatever that you have asked. And when you are there in the main page, there are 5 ways of interacting with the ChatGPT as such. One is that you already know that you can straight away type the questions. Whatever that you want to ask, you just type and then ask. That's one way of interacting with the ChatGPT. There's also dictation, but sometimes maybe you want to share a lot of things. Sometimes people are also lazy to type. You don't want to type, and you also don't want to go to chat, but you want automatically whatever you want to say. You want ChatGPT type, and you can automatically type. When you just click on dictate button, you just go on talking whatever you want to say. Maybe the questions that you want to give, or the examples, or whatever the experience that you have. Just go on talking to ChatGPT with the dictation button. You can already see whatever I'm saying now, it has already typed it. And you just say send dictated messages. You can already, so now whatever I have spoken, it is already there. So this is also one way of interacting with the ChatGPT. When you have a lot of things to type, instead of typing, you just start with the dictation button. So you have a lot of things. When you dictate, it will be able to, it can listen to it. It can listen whatever that you are saying, and it can automatically type. And the third way of interacting with the ChatGPT is voice mode. You can just say, hi, how are you?
Hello, Selva. How's your day shaping up?
How are you? It's also able to understand. Yeah, it's all voice messages. Okay, you just say it's able to understand and then reply to you with a voice. Just go on talking, understand. So that's our third way of interacting with the ChatGPT. Then there's one important thing. Always remember, whenever you are asking some questions to ChatGPT, it remembers everything and it gets connected to you, whatever that you are asking. Maybe suddenly you are interested in a movie. Maybe in very next day, you're going for a movie and you want to ask ChatGPT to suggest some movies or which theater, whatever things that you are. But when suddenly when you are asking this straight away with the ChatGPT, can you suggest some movies to watch or whatever thing that you want, maybe some web series, automatically also ChatGPT will connect this to your personality also. It will also understand that you are interested in movie, you are interested in web series. So sometimes even when you're asking a question, personal question, it'll also make quote from the movies and the web series, because you have been now and then asking some questions about the maybe movies or whatever thing that you are interested as such. Sometimes it can get confused. So what to do when you want to ask something that is not really connected to you? Maybe somebody else is asking you, or like for me personally, I'm going for a lot of media classes today, and one of the important topics that I speak about is pornography. Now every time I ask about pornography to ChatGPT, so ChatGPT also sometimes it may get confused. Not this fellow is interested in pornography and he's asking so many questions about pornography. Maybe next time also it can also connect this with my own memory, my own personal style also. When I'm asking without saying anything, straight away asking a lot of questions like this. So how to ask a different question? Maybe something that is not connected to me, that is something apart from the ordinary that I'm regularly interacting. That's where you can find on the right side, you can see a temporary chat. Can you see a temporary chat on the right corner, right side? If you start a new chat, you'll find the temporary chat. If you just click on the temporary chat, this will not get connected to your memory, or it will not be there in your history. When you start chatting with the ChatGPT in a temporary chat, you just chat with it, you just close the chat, you close the ChatGPT and come back again, you will not find that chat being there in the history. So for any temporary thing that you are asking, maybe a simple thing that you are interested, maybe something apart from ordinary thing that you are interacting, you're asking, you can always use the temporary chat so that it also doesn't stay in your history. It also doesn't get connected to your memory. It also doesn't use to train the models as such. So you can always use the temporary chat. Okay, that is there. And the last one, the fifth way of interacting is add files, photos, and files. You can also upload something, and then you can, from there, you can ask something. Maybe you've got a PDF of your classes. You can just upload that PDF and then ask for anything from that PDF. You can ask for the PDF or a PowerPoint or whatever files you have, an audio file or even a video file. You want to just upload a file and then just say, I would like to know. Maybe sometimes when you are getting something in WhatsApp, you don't understand it. Maybe you're getting a clipping of a video. You want to know more about it, or you want to have some insights about it, or you want to have an enlightenment. You just upload the file and say, kindly enlighten me on this, or kindly tell me what is the truth about this. Because today, you'll find a lot of things shared on the social media. You'll find a lot of posters, a lot of videos, a lot of files, or suddenly you find in WhatsApp, there is a link. You don't know what to do with the link, whether you want to click the link or it's okay. Today also with the link, they can also hack your WhatsApp. So you don't know what to do, whether it's a true link or it's a fake link or something, what will happen to your link. Don't worry, you just copy the link or take a screenshot and then just post it on ChatGPT and ask, I got a message like this, tell me about this, whether it's a true link, can I click on the link, is it true? And it will just analyze the text or analyze the image and then tell you exactly whether you can click on the link or whether you should not. They could say, if it is a fake link, don't click on the link, it's a fake link, because there are a lot of scams are going on this. So everything it also will be able to tell you. So for this, you can use add photos and files. Either take a screenshot or copy a message and put, or even if you see a video, just upload the video here as a file and say, kindly enlighten me on this, or give some insights on this. Maybe suddenly you find a poster with a lot of informations, and you like to know whether the information is true or not. You just upload that poster there and say, kindly enlighten me, or kindly give me an input on this. What is this all about? Do you understand? Or give me some explanation of this. Whatever you just ask, you'll be able to tell you. For me personally, whenever I have some doubt, or I got whether it's true or not, or I want to have better understanding of this something, I always upload the file and just ask feedback about this. It'll be able to give you a lot of feedback, a lot of insights, a lot of understanding. So in that way, we can also add photos and files. So these are the 5 ways that you can always use ChatGPT. You can interact with the ChatGPT. One is typing, then the dictation, then the voice, then the temporary chat, and then add photos and files. Okay, these are different ways of a thing. And you also have other web search, or you don't want to go to Google and search. You can always ask ChatGPT also to go into web and search, find real-time news and information, whatever information you want. You can also ask ChatGPT to go and find. There's also deep research. You click a button. There's also deep research where you want to get a detailed report. Then click on deep research and then ask question. You just click on deep research and then ask any question. It'll be able to give you. It'll be able to give you with a deep research. So you have to click on whatever things that you want. You just web search and deep search. That is also there in these things. Hope I'm not boring you. It's only a basic things, but I always find a lot of people also they don't know how to interact with the ChatGPT as such. Are you getting it? You can just reply with yes or no. Yes. And today also for PowerPoint, you can always use the ChatGPT as such. It will be able to create a beautiful PowerPoint, but you have to give a lot of instructions. How a PowerPoint has to be created. What is your idea? If you've got a content, you just upload and then say, kindly create a PowerPoint with a lot of visuals, use a lot of elements connected to the text, or if you want a minimal text, or you want to maximize the text, or whatever the images that you want to have, a background images or one side image or one side text. Everything, if you just explain properly and then you ask for a PowerPoint. Today, ChatGPT is able to understand and then create a PowerPoint. Now, the PowerPoint that I'm showing you is also mostly or done by the ChatGPT assets. You'll be able to know, just give your insights. You'll be able to create a beautiful PowerPoint and give you. Okay, that's also there. And there is also, with regard to images, you can already find that there are a lot of things that are there. You'll find a lot of already the styles and templates that are there. You can choose whatever the style that you want. Whatever style you want, you can just choose a template and then upload a photo. Automatically, you'll get an image. Or you can straight away type and ask, I want this image. I want this image. Automatically, it'll be able to give you whatever the image. You can just see, I have uploaded so many images that I have generated. It's all from the ChatGPT. Even Tamil also today it's able to understand. Now a lot of PowerPoint and everything, whatever you see on my screen, it's all done with the help of the ChatGPT. Even with the real faces, it's able to create and give you any proposals, e-magazines. Today, everything, any posters and all. Even now, you need not use Canva. You can straight away come to ChatGPT and then ask for it. You can see that a lot of posters, a lot of images. So for any magazines or any posters and all, I immediately give. And it's able to design the entire e-magazine and also give, or you want to change your photo or you want a passport size photo, it'll give you a passport size photo. And all these things are possible with the ChatGPT. And now it is always, they are trying to enhance, they are trying to update every day. So you can already find there are so many things that are there. So you can visualize whatever that you are thinking, whatever you want to visualize. You can also use it with the images that are there as such. Maybe many of you are already using it, but you can now every day almost they are updating. So already you can find that's there. Then one more thing I also want to tell you about the GPTs. I think in your mobile, if you go into plugins in your mobiles, you have to click on the right side 2 lines that are there and click plugins. On top, if you click plugins, you'll find GPTs. This is also one way of what is this GPT? GPT is a generative pre-trained transformers. Today, ChatGPT also offers you a place. It's also like a win-win situation for you, a place where you can create your own tool, your own AI tool. Sometimes, if you want to create your own AI tool, you have to spend a lot of money. But what ChatGPT is giving, they are giving their own platform, whatever that they have developed. They are giving them with a platform. They are giving that the foundation, and from there you can build whatever you want. Yeah, and already a lot of people have already built it. You can see if you just say psychology, just type psychology, you will find a lot of people who have created. Maybe if this will come only if you want to create, you need to have a paid version. You can already see psychology professor, not psychologist, but therapist, dog psychology, use human psychology, psychology professor, clinical psychology, psychology research assistant. You can already see school psychology. There are so many. If you could see more, you'll find a lot of people. These are all either developed by a company or developed by individual persons, but they'll be able to, they have developed different GPTs and then they have made it available to all of us. So we can always go and click on think and start chatting with it. And you'll be able to get a lot of insights. What is the difference between the normal chat that you're having and you're going inside a GPT and then the chat that we have? The difference is that it is a personalized GPT. GPT is a personalized one. That means someone with all their expertise, they have shared their expertise to with the help of AI. They also started sharing their expertise. Whereas in normal chat, if you are asking, it only give you maybe a general answers. But if you come into this GPT, you get a better, very clear answers because this is all done with developed by a human person. They have offered their expertise, yeah, so they are able to develop. For me, I have also developed my GPTs. I have already developed almost 4 GPTs. You can already find that. One thing is connected with this is Angel AI. You can also find, if you search in GPT, Angel AI, you'll already able to see Angel AI by R.K. Selvakumar SGB. What is this Angel AI? It's only a universal spiritual companion for inner growth and guidance. Okay, many of you as a psychologist will be offering a lot of counseling for people. What I have done as a priest, I am trying to offer some kind of a spiritual growth. It's more for a spiritual, like a spiritual companion. For any spiritual direction, people also can have. They can go to Angel AI and then they can interact. You'll be able to guide them. They can be from any part of any walks of life with regard to the religion. That's why I put it's a universal spiritual companion. But I have given my insight. I have given my insight to it because when I developed one more AI that is called Smart Liturgy AI, because I've been doing a ministry called Smart Liturgy AI, and then many people also liked it because they are able to write liturgy. One girl from Indonesia by Ria called me up and said, "Father, I just used the Smart Liturgy AI and it's really good. Why don't you come out with a AI for spiritual direction?" Because today a lot of priests are not available and the youngsters also not. They are not going to the priest. They are most of the time they are in ChatGPT or any of the AI tool. So why don't you come out with some AI tool? It'd be good for youngsters. So that's how I started developing this Angel AI. You can also have a chat with it, this Angel AI. It'll be able to guide you spiritually. And whatever you are chatting, I cannot see. Though I have developed, but I don't have control over what people are chatting with it. I will not know. It's only that I have added my insight into it. So Angel AI had a particular way of answering your questions. That particular way of answering is from my own expertise that I have shared with the Angel AI that I have given. Automatically, the Angel AI will be able to answer. This is also a message for you. Like since you are becoming an expert in psychology, maybe if you have started paying for it, you can also create your own GPT. You can contribute your expertise in the field of psychology, maybe create your own. Maybe you have got a different way of understanding psychology and how people also can be helped with regard to counseling. You can also have, because when you are giving an insight, you are reaching out to a lot of people, because any youngster know they always, instead of us, before asking any human person or friends, they always ask AI. And many of them, they always know. In that way, when you are there as a person, when you are contributing your expertise with the help of GPT, and you can share that GPT with a lot of your own young people, your own clients, or people who are coming for counseling, they can say you can start chatting with this, and then you can also get to know. So you just have a basic chat with it, and then you can come in person. So automatically, they also will be able to have, in case suddenly they find a difficulty and they want to ask some spiritual guidance or even a counseling, they can just come to this ChatGPT and ask for it. So that is also possible with this Angel AI. This that I have developed. I have started developing a lot of these things, contributing my expertise in different fields too, with the help of ChatGPT. So these are the few ways how we can also use ChatGPT in a better way. And one more last thing that you can also do, you can also create projects. I don't know whether you get projects. If you create a project, keep maybe if you're a professor, you can just put, okay, psychology, but you create a project and name it, and then all your chat can be in one place. So that when you are, again, you're coming to ChatGPT, you'll find all the chat in one place. Maybe you want to asking something about psychology, you can put psychology as a project. And then if you want the ChatGPT to understand better, you can upload a lot of things there as a file. You can also upload a file and keep, so that it'll be able to give you a better answer when you're chatting with that project. That is a one project that you are taking, and then you are developing as a project. Now I have put lots of projects. You can already see so many projects that I have. Okay? You can already see a lot of projects that I have developed. I always keep personal animations, whatever project I'm doing, I just keep it as a project and then interact with it. So you also will be very able to search for it easily, and also because ChatGPT also be able to easily answer you when you have as a project. So these are the few ways how we can configure the ChatGPT assets. I think that is the best way. And whenever you're asking the memory, now you can always say, what do you remember about me? So that is very, very important. Already I told you about to see in the memory, because that is very, very important. Whatever the ChatGPT, the memory that it has about you, all your answers are affected with that. So you need to be very, very careful of how ChatGPT is understanding you. Okay, maybe if you go to Gemini, there's a personal intelligence where it gets connected. No, it takes a lot of insights from your calendar, from your Gmail, maybe from your photos and all. There are so many things that actually it has got a lot of memory about you. So it's also very, very important how ChatGPT is understanding you. So that's why I put from prompting to context engineering. So what I'm asking now, prompt is just what I'm asking now. Context is what AI already knows while answering me. So that is very, very important. Sometimes the answer improves not because we wrote a better prompt, but because we gave AI better context. That's where we know we are able to get a better answer. Okay, for me also, though, I get a lot of better answers. It is because in the AI has got a context about me. Whatever that I'm sharing, it is already a context about me. And you can always ask, no, challenge my assumption. Maybe you have got an assumption. You just type and then say, challenge my assumption. Or give me an alternative interpretation. Or what might I be overlooking? That also you can ask. Okay, whenever you are chatting with what I might be overlooking, that also ChatGPT will be able to answer you. And personalization can empower. AI may align with our language, context, and preference. As I know, OpenAI is an American company. So when they have developed AI, it is more an American version in the American context. So a lot of things are no. So that's why if you don't personalize it, you'll not be able to get a better answer. And it may also echo our assumption too easily. Okay, so that's why we have to get a personalized. What all things that we are really interested, we have to change. And I also challenge my assumption, give an alternative interpretation. All you can always give. And what can AI augment in psychology? Or what it can strengthen, what it can enhance? It can enhance our understanding. How we are asking, maybe the questions that we are asking to our own even client, okay, questioning. Then what we are creating, maybe the creating of the images that we create or whatever thing that we are creating, analyzing the documents, documenting, and also doing a research. Everything it can really augment, because psychology also involves a lot of things, a lot of study about understanding, asking questions, analyzing the documentation, research and all. And here AI can really enhance all this process. AI may identify patterns, but a pattern is not a person. It only identifies a pattern. But pattern should always understand is not a person. And we always should know better questions, better AI. It's also they know what role, who should AI be? And we have to give the context for whom and why, and the task, what should it do? And the format, how should it present? And the boundary, what must it avoid? So these are things that we have to give a better question. So who should AI be? You can give a role. Maybe you can say you are a counselor, or you are a psychology professor, or you are a client, or whatever things, the role that the ChatGPT has to play. And the context for who and why. You have to give the context. And the task, what should it do and how should it present? And also what must it avoid. They always talk about negative prompting. That's also very, very important. What it should avoid. So whenever you are prompting something, you also should say what it should avoid. That will be a better prompting. A boundary is not a limitation, it's a professional clarity. So you need to set a boundary. Within this, you have to answer. We don't say that it can go into expand the boundary, and then sometimes it gets confused, and then it gives a wrong answer also. So you need to set a boundary. Always say, give this boundary, what it should avoid when they are answering. And also use AI to generate hypotheses, not conclusions. Always know, whenever you're using AI, always generate hypotheses, not conclusions. Never ask for conclusions with AI. Conclusions always should be human person. That is our task, not a AI task. AI should always give a hypothesis, like case study. A 19-year-old student has declining academic performance, late night screen use, irritability, and social withdrawal. So ask AI, what additional questions should I ask? Give 5 possible explanations without diagnosing. What information am I missing? Maybe you got notes about your client. You just without sharing the person's name and everything, you just go use X or Y, and then you can upload and then say what information am I missing, what are the questions, additional questions that I ask, everything you'll be able to. AI helps the counselor prepare, the counselor encounters the person. So before going for counseling, you can also, the AI will be able to help you with regard to preparing for the counseling. And AI as a teaching partner. One good conversation with AI can become an entire learning experience. So you can always say, explain. And you'll be able to explain what all things that it has. And illustrate. Maybe you want to with an image. Say, I want to know, explain this with an image. Maybe you can also ask the client what the feeling that they undergo. You say, you just tell ChatGPT to understand your feeling and come out with a picture. Maybe they can explain. The ChatGPT also can come out with a picture, with the illustrate of the images of how they are feeling. You'll be able to tell. And create activity, whatever the activities that you want to create, you can always ask. You can also build a lot of cases there in the ChatGPT or with any tool. And you can also assess whatever that you have gained. Maybe you can just upload and then assess the situation from concept to classroom experience that you can always do. And then boundary is part of the problem. Instead of asking what is wrong with the student, maybe sometimes when you're asking what is wrong, you can always ask what additional information should I gather. List possible explanation without diagnosing. Separate evidence from interpretation. Use AI to generate hypothesis, not conclusions. I already told you, but these are the questions that we can always, the way how we can ask questions. And the right tool, right job. You can already see the ChatGPT and Gemini to think, to create, to analyze. You can always use this. To discover and explore, you can use search, you can web search, and then the perplexity, it also gives you. And then I don't know whether you know about the Notebook LM. Maybe in the next class also I can just introduce you to Notebook LM. Now it is really able to give you a lot of things, and especially with regard to psychology, I have understood whenever I upload a resource with a Notebook LM, it's able to come out with a lot of psychological things. It analyzes everything. Last time I just, since I'm there in Don Bosco Unbildam, I gave a life story of a boy, and it gave me a beautiful explanation of how the life story in a very different, in a very podcast manner. And it was really very good. I was able to understand actually much better with the Notebook LM. It give you audio overview and all these things. And then with the Canva AI, we can also communicate visually. We can create posters, visuals, videos, and all. We do not need one super tool. We need an intelligent workflow. Okay, that is a workflow that we need to build. And what is this workflow? An intelligent AI workflow is just discover, use search, perplexity, deep research, all these things you use. You can always use ground, Notebook LM, and all these things, papers. And with the thing, you can use ChatGPT, Gemini, and then you verify with the original research. Whatever thing that you are doing, you always have to verify with the original research. AI can accelerate literature work. It cannot replace scholarly responsibility. You can always accept whatever the literature work that you are doing, but it cannot replace scholarly. Ultimately, you have to always verify with the original research. And we also told you about Notebook LM. Instead of saying just summarize this PDF, where do these authors agree? Where do they differ? What limitations appear across studies? What research gap is emerging? With this also we can see already since already time. We can see this Notebook LM maybe in the next class also. Ask AI to integrate research, not merely summarize it. And then build a research matrix. You can always say put author in here, sample and method, major findings, what are the limitations, what are the research gap. It can organize the literature, the scholar must judge it. So we can always build a research matrix using AI. And the projects and the workspace, what are the projects and workspaces that we can do? Adolescent anxiety research, maybe psychology semester 3, whatever the semester that you are dealing with the FDP faculty development, AI and psychology, with the department documentation. You can also create a lot of projects like this. So you can say department documentation, whatever the department documentation, you can always know everything about the department. You can always upload and then keep all the information ready. Automatically take. Like for me, since now I'm there as a rector and do multiple role here, I've uploaded a lot of my the information about our mission. So now every time I did not enter the name of my conference, automatically it takes. Even for my documentation, I use a lot of ChatGPT. It knows all about the mission, people who are working, what are the roles and responsibilities. So every time I did not enter the name and all. It's just enough that I say, prepare a report, maybe a monthly report, or for a chronicles or a house council report or assembly report. Is able to automatically add all the names, whatever the name that we have already given, will be able to give you. And you can add files, give instructions, continue related chats in the projects and workspaces. So when you have organized context, creates better continuity. So whenever you have organized project, it gives you better continuity. And question the answer. How confident are you? Which part is inference? What evidence contract this? What should I verify independently? Okay. This also these are the questions that you can also ask. Do not only ask AI for answers, integrate the answers. Okay. That is also that we can do with the AI. And protect before you prompt. Already I also talked to you about the privacy and security. Review privacy and data settings every now and then. Go inside and then always review the privacy and the settings. And then enable stronger account protection. Always have a multi-factor authentication. Check active sessions and access wherever the active sessions. You should always know where are the active sessions that are available in ChatGPT. Avoid uploading identifiable student or counseling information. Never upload identifiable student or counseling information. Use fictional, anonymous, or de-identified examples. Security is also part of professional AI literacy. This is also very, very important. And your AI is only an assistant, not a counselor. This we should always understand. AI can help the professional prepare questions, create psychoeducation resources, explore attention perspectives, organize reflection and notes. But professional judgment remains human. AI helps the counselor prepare. The counselor encounters the person assess. And from tool to companion, I already talked to you about Angel AI, accompanying your inner journey with care, reflection, faith questions, discernment, personal care. Can AI accompany a person? And if it can, where should the boundary be? Okay, this we can always try out with the ChatGPT, the GPTs that you can always develop through ChatGPT. And what kind of AI user should be a professor become? Ask AI, prompt AI, seek information and explore ideas. Prompt AI, craft clear questions. Configure AI, you always shape settings, memory, and context that I taught you in the beginning. Then work with AI, build workflows with sources and projects. Always build a project. Always keep a separate project. And then question AI. Always whenever it gives, you always start questioning. Okay? Evaluate output critically. So that's why AI will become more intelligent. We must become more human. I think that is a journey that we have to become. Always AI will become more intelligent as we go. As the AI is developing, you'll find that AI is becoming more intelligent. So now our task is that we also not that we need to become more intelligent, but we become more human. I think that is the process that we need to always say. Human first, AI assist, and then human decides. I think that is a workflow that we need to follow. First, human first. Keep it human first. And then AI assist you with whatever task that you're giving. And then ultimately, you are the decision maker. AI will never make a decision for you. Human should decide. I think you are able to, I hope you have got from this, I think few informations about how you can use AI, the better way of using AI, that is configuring AI. If you set the basic things correctly, then you find your work is also getting easier, and then AI is also able to understand you much better and give you better answers than that it gave you before you have set everything. So you can also go into the settings, go through everything, each and every setting that is there. You just go through it. First, set things properly. Then you come back to ChatGPT and you will find that the AI is able to give you better answers than that it gave you before. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. I hope today was a useful session. You want to ask any questions? You want to have any feedback? You want to say anything? Hope it was useful. You can also just give a message. All are very silent. This I just delved it because I also found a lot of people, they have been really not setting it properly. And then again, asking how to prompt and why it is I'm not getting the right things. So the basic things always have to be said. Okay, that is clear. Because for me personally, no, I don't give much of a prompt. When I just give a very just few words, it is also able to understand everything, and then it's able to give me like how I expect from ChatGPT as such. Anyone wants to ask any questions?
Father need to try out first, then only the questions will come.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you. Thank you. You can also type and send maybe what is your feedback about the session as such. Anything? So good. Thank you. Thank you for your patient listening. I hope it has been useful to you.
Thank you so much, Father, for that insightful and engaging session on AI augmented psychology, tools, possibilities, and practices. I'm sure the session has given us several new perspectives and valuable information about how AI can be meaningfully, securely, and ethically integrated into psychological practice through effective prompt engineering and customization. As we come to the end of today's session, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of the Department of Psychology, Sacred Hearts College, Tirupattur, and Department of Counselling Psychology, Loyola College Autonomous, Chennai, I sincerely thank Reverend Father R.O.K. Selvakumar, STP, for taking the time to be with us and for sharing his expertise and perspectives on the possibilities and responsible use of artificial intelligence in psychology. Your emphasis on a human-first approach to AI has given us much to reflect upon, particularly as educators and psychological professionals. I also thank the organizers, faculty members, and all the participants for their active presence and engagement throughout the session. Thank you all for being a part of today's program. With this, we conclude today's session. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Father.
Thank you.